gang, it's your favorite nail tech Peaches back with another video, and today I'm gonna talk to you guys about something really important because I think we're losing the plot. We need to realize that basic sets are an asset. Listen, don't argue with me, argue with your mammy, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I recently had a conversation with another nail tech, and we were kind of discussing why people think that basic sets don't make money and why people think that they should take basic sets off of their price list or even just straight up not offer it at all. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am one of the nail techs that really believe in you should always keep something affordable on your price list, and to me that's just a plain set. Okay, now this is going to be a natural overlay, but all of this applies whether it's an overlay, a basic set, all of that. Plain color is what we're dealing with. Now, let me kind of break it down to you. Right now, the economy is not the time for you to kind of be standing on too solid of business when it comes to my price is my price, I charge what I charge. That's it and that all. If you don't have $200 for nails, then don't get your nails done. I'm trying to tell y'all that is not the attitude to be having in this industry. You need to have the attitude of being able to kind of be a little flexible with certain things, and the way that I'm able to be flexible with my pricing but still not have to give up actually making money is having plain colored sets and overlays on my service list. Now you guys can see right here, this particular client literally wanted clear with a holographic chrome. That's it. Or I should say a pearlescent chrome. That's it. So she more than likely probably paid about $40 for this. And you want to know something even better is the fact that this probably took me an hour at most. Okay. And I'm talking about from the time she sat her butt in that chair to the time that she paid. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about that, when you are doing plain colored sets, right, depending on the length, I always have an idea in my head, how much per hour should I be making? That's where I charge for basic sets, okay? Because we always know the fancier the set, of course, the more money that you can make, but you guys, people's pockets is not always financially set to be able to have those type of sets, nor is people's job. Sometimes it's not even about money. Sometimes it's about jobs. So it's your job as a nail tech to be able to look at your pricing, look at your service list and say, what am I missing here? What do I need? Because I'm telling y'all right now, if you kind of don't change your attitude about what you do and don't want to do, about you don't do this length of nails, you don't do, anything too plain, you have certain base minimums for people to even really book with you, you're kind of playing yourself and you are leaving a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You're losing. Okay. I'm going to say it like that. You're losing. So really, the whole point is basic sets are there so you don't have to work too hard. You still are able to get in new clients because some clients are just focused on the skill of the craft. They are focused on what do the cuticles look like, what does the shaping look like, and how long do they last. Basic sets are a good way to show that, pull new people in the door, and it's a great way to keep your clients around because let's say if their budget changes at any moment, most people are going to be okay with spending between $30 to $50 on nails as long as they are going to last them for the month. Most people are going to be on a budget at some point in time, and it might even be a significant budget drop than what you're used to, but at least you won't lose that client. I understand there's a stigma or whatever you want to call it about losing money and not making enough money, but I'm telling y'all, I'm seeing nail techs quit left and right. And the reason is they're not going to really say it's because they can't keep up. It's because, yes, they are tired of dealing with certain clients, but the truth of the matter is they are probably really tired of not making what they thought that they were going to make, having days where people canceled, having days where you don't have clientele. There's a lot that goes into this. It is running a business and you have to have a successful business model. When you have basic sets, I can't talk. When you have basic sets on your price list, it's a really good entry level thing to have so people can see, okay, this is what I'm going to pay minimum. I don't really have to ask how much do your sets are. I don't have to ask what if I want this. No, they know at minimum, this is what I'm going to pay. So it kind of prepares them to know that anything that's not a plain set, I know I may be looking at maybe double this price or maybe an extra, adding an extra third onto, what this price is. But people look at those things. They also look at the fact of if you're a nail tech that does fills, which I'm not going to hold you. y'all need to be doing fills now. Okay, we'll talk about that on a different video. But if you're a nail tech that does fills, that means someone can get a basic base from you, let's say a nude base, and come back and get French tips on their fills, which means people are still able to keep the type of sets that they want, but for a cheaper price. And I don't want to say that it's bad for someone to, well, I want French tips, but I don't have the money right now, so I'll get it next time. That's not a bad thing. That means they're coming back for a next time. Okay, versus somebody who might pay that $90 or whatever it is you're charging. I charge $90 personally. Let's say a client comes in to get that French tip for $90, and let's say maybe they don't come back, versus somebody who gets that base for $40, and then in 3 weeks they come back, and not only are they paying for the base price of the fill, which is $30 to $40, but they're also paying an additional $25 to $30 for the design on top. That's personally how I charge, just to give an example. You see what I'm saying? So if you can't expand yourself to do things that sometimes you don't want to do, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a hard journey for you as a nail tech, because you're closed off to the most basic of things. I was hearing a lot of people previously, over the years and everything, especially during COVID, basically, tell people that if it doesn't have designs, I don't want to do it. Like, basically saying that because something is void of designs, that it's less valuable or not even worth their time. Do y'all know how that makes clients feel when there are statements that are made like that? Like, because somebody wants a clear nail set, that's not worth their time, and I don't even want they $40. Like, that's not, we have to start thinking about how those things sounds to clients, and think about, like, will somebody book me if they see that on my page? Will someone book me if they are seeing posts saying, it must be medium long designs, bling only sets? Like, we have to adapt. And I understand it's going to be harder for those of you who haven't been in like school or programs or anything like that, or worked in nail shops, because this is where a lot of this knowledge and information comes from. This is stuff that you don't learn online, because online people are focused on making fast money. It's quick, it's easy. Hey, I'm good at doing nails. Hey, I'm just gonna, give this a try and see where it goes. But in reality, this is a business, and we have clients to focus on. If we want to get through these tougher times, okay, myself included, because look, even my clientele isn't exactly the same as it was last year. But if we're going to get through these tougher times, baby, we got to stick together. We have to change. We got to shift the mindset of nail techs so people have less to complain about. People love going to the chop shops and stuff. And I know y'all are probably like, why they like going there so much? It's not even that bomb. I'll tell you what, a chop shop will do a plain color set. So keep that in mind the next time that you like adjust your pricing or add something onto your service list. You could even run a sale on all basic sets, 2 days out of next week, or $10 off. I bet you it'll bring somebody new in. And I'm gonna do a whole separate video on why discounts do not bring in cheap clients, okay, and rude clients. We gotta get out of that mindset. People gotta stop preaching that, because it's just simply not true. Sometimes things just line up the right way for people to be able to get a discount. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of not like the typical video, but I've been enjoying talking about these topics. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.